Hi, I'm Debbie Cronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm glad you're joining me today. You can find me at stampwithdeb.com. I am really not prepared, so we're going to do this kind of from scratch. I have my idea. Let me grab some of my things. If you're wondering, my daughter's doing amazing. She's had 2 treatments of chemo, so her 3rd one will be July 5th. Please keep her in your prayers. And she's doing really, really well. I'm very proud of her. She's just facing things head on and being strong. And she just makes me smile when I think of her because she's doing such an amazing job. Talked to her this morning and she's feeling really good today. And it's good when you're doing chemo and you feel good. But yeah, so we have a few more sessions to go through. So that will be when I'm in and out again. I go again the end of July is my next schedule. My granddaughter's doing the one on July 5th. So, and then I'll go again the end of July. So I love being with her. I love walking through this stage of life with her. I love that I can do that. And thank you guys that you allow me to do that. That helps me so much. Otherwise, I'd be here just worrying about how she's doing. And so this way I get to be there with her and encourage her and take care of her. So thank you. My business is a little struggling, yes, but you know, it's what it needs to be. I need to be there with her. So let me get my supplies here. And let me get a paper trimmer and some paper and we'll get to work. I have a cute project. I think I'll change colors on this one. Let's see, let's do something. What color did I do? Give me just a minute here to pull all this stuff together. So we're gonna start with this. And, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. There's a fun paper here. Let's grab. Oh gosh, so many choices. Let's do that. And we'll do this. So you guys are going to get to help me create today. Because I'm really not sure what I want to do. We'll just start with this and then we'll go from there. I might have to run across the room again. And so this is the card. It's called a pop-up Z-fold card. And I'm going to turn you down so that you're not in my face anymore, or I'm not in your face. And you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to create from the beginning, which usually I don't do that. I usually do creating from where it's already cut and everything. And so, but today I'm going to go from the start. So, and I'm going to give me a minute here to pull up my computer. And get into Facebook here. Just make sure everything is working. And it looks like it's going good. And then this way I can see your comments too. So if I need to answer you or I need an answer to a question from you. Okay, so I'm going to start with, and I've already written up the instructions for this card, which is really nice. So we're going to start with a piece of basic white, and I'm going to cut that at 5.5 by 8.5. And then score it at 2 1/8, which is like what we always do for a Z-fold, and 4 1/4. So this is an online class that's coming out at the end of the month. This card will be in that kit. And I have used the Paper Florist, which is a die set which has no stamps. Is that interesting? In the back of the catalog, there are some stamp dies that have no stamps. Or they have stamps that kind of coordinate with them, but they're not. Some of them are even ones that I don't think we offer anymore, the stamp set. So this is one of the sets that I'm using, and it is called Paper Florist. Okay, so I have this. I think for my background, I'm going to use this. I love this Lost Lagoon. That's what this is. And so this is going to get cut down to 5 1/4 by 4. So I cut my 4 and then my 5 1/4. Probably should do all my cutting and then put that away, but I'm going to do it different today. That's going to go in there. Okay. Then I need a piece of basic white. Yeah, I should do all my cutting. That is 2 3/4 by 3. So let's see, do I need any big ones? 4 1/4 by 3, I need that one. So let's cut the 3. And this one's 4 1/4. Let's just cut all these little pieces of white. And all these measurements will be on my blog. Okay, and then I'm going to do 2 3/4 by 3. I need 2 more at 2 3/4. Okay, 2 3/4. And this one's by 3. And then I need one that's 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So let's make sure this one's 2 3/4 first. It's perfect. It has just a hair over. So let's cut that off. And by 3 3/4 inches right there. Okay, let's see, what else do I need? The Countryside and Designer Series paper, then just scraps. I need a piece of the Lost Lagoon that's 3 by 4. So let me grab that. Perfect. I have a scrap here that we'll cut down, and that's 3 by 4. I need to change the blade on my trimmer. Guys, when you're getting a raggedy edge, then, see, that's kind of a raggedy edge. That means it's time to change the blade on your paper trimmer. It's past time, probably. Okay. All right, let's start with this, and then we'll go from there, because this is the card we're making. Okay. These are my papers. Oh, this one. This one I need to score. This is the 2 3/4 by 3, and I need to score it at 3/4 of an inch. Let's see on which side. On the with the 3 inch at the top, I'm going to score it at 3/4. I'm going to use this side of my trimmer. It's just easier for me to hold it. 3/4. Now 1 1/2. So I'm going to flip it around, and I have to go on the other side. 1 1/2. Score. Let's put that down there so I don't cut. 2 1/4. And this is the pop-up mechanism. That's what this is that I'm building right now. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is attach the, get my green glue here, attach my DSP. That's pretty too, isn't it? That is gorgeous. That would be really pretty with the new daisy set. Okay, but we're using this side today. And I'm just going to attach that to the inside of my card. Now, this is the little mechanism that we created. I'm going to burnish those score lines. How about that? We'll just burnish them. Okay, then I am going to put, oh, I just realized there's something else that I didn't cut. I need 2 pieces of either designer series paper. See here, I used the white and I did the embossing. I think I'll do that again. So those are, this is good because my instructions are missing something. Those are going to be 1 7/8, because this is a 2 1/8, by 4 1/4. So I need 2 more pieces of white. And that's at 1 7/8 by 4 1/4. So let's start with our 4 1/4. Oops, wrong way. And by 1 7/8. And I need 2 of them in that measurement. 1 7/8. Okay. And that's just a scrap now. Okay. And then I am going to emboss. So I'm going to use splatters and stripes, the splatters from the Splatters and Stripes. We'll put the stripes aside. Okay, and I'm going to run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I have to do them through one at a time. I'll be right back. 2 pieces that are going to go right in here. So let's go ahead and attach those. And you could use either side of this. These are kind of unique, and that you could use either side. See, you could use that side as well. It's just, they both are neat. This one kind of looks like a crater. This would go with the new space paper that we have. We have a new space paper, a designer series paper that is outer space, and so that would go with that. Okay, so there. Now we can do this. Now we have created this little, this was cut at 2 3/4 by 3 and then scored. So now I've created almost like a little box that's going to go inside of here. I am going to use my tape here, my tape runner. And I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus on this one. And so I'm just going to put some here and up here, over here. So I'm going to put this in here so that it's just like that. It comes right in that groove. And then I'm going to fold it over, flatten it out, just like that. So now, when this closes, there's a pop-up shelf there, a pop-up layer, just like that. Okay, and that's it. We're going to put one of our papers on there. This one, which was the 4 1/4 by 3. This one is going to go right here. Now you want to put it in, and you want to leave a little bit of space right there, because when it goes to close, you don't want it to hang up when it closes. So on this one, I'm not going to stamp anything. This is the one I would write a greeting on, and I'm just going to put my adhesive, once again, going down here. And I want to center this from top to bottom. And just make sure that it's going to close comfortably. So it ends up with a little bit of a gap there, and that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. Now, this is for the front of my card. And And I have used, that's my lid, sorry about that. On this card I used Nature's Prints, and I just love these greetings. They're so pretty. So I'm gonna go with best wishes and happy thoughts on this one. Or do I want, you're on my mind. That's a good one. I like that one. And let me grab a block. And I guess I need some ink, won't I? So this is not one of our new ink colors. Lost Lagoon is a subtle. It's in the subtle family. So, and it was one of our colors before. So I have this crooked on my block. So I'm just going to try to stamp it straight. All right. Okay, now we need some flowers. And I'm thinking that I will do the flowers in, do I want to do them in pink? I'm going to go grab a die cut machine, a small die cut machine, so I can cut these flowers and you guys can see. So this is going to go on here, and it is going to go, you're going to put adhesive on the left side only. Oh, that wasn't good. Whenever that happens, I back it out because I don't want it to go into my glue gun here. So I think there's enough on there. If there's not, I'll put some liquid adhesive on. Okay, there. Now let's do our flowers. That's what I really want to show you today, is how to do those flowers. So, where did I put my flowers? Assuming I'm still on here. So it's not a Stampin' Up product. It is a scrapbook.com, and that's where I purchased it from. I'm loving this thing. It's a mat that I use for the bottom. So this enables me to use the old magnetic platform, which you can still purchase from Sizzix if you don't have one, and this on top of it, and it works perfect through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It takes place of the clear plate. The great thing about this is that once it starts to buckle, you just apply heat and it smooths out again. Okay, it goes flat again. They have a whole thing that they're a video that you can see, and they have instructions when you purchase them. And I love them. I wish that Stampin' Up had something equivalent to it, but they don't. And so this is what I am using now when I do my die cutting, because I can use the magnetic platform underneath. Okay, so we're going to do our flowers in, I'm debating, do I want to do them in pink? Yes, I'm going to do it in the bubble gum, the bubble back. So the nice thing is this cuts 2 complete flowers in this one little, this die. Sorry about that shaking. So we just need one actually. So you could put one for something else or save it for a box or whatever. So we're just gonna take that out of there. Okay, and then also in this set is a, this flower, which I love, this thing right here, this in Lost Lagoon. So this also came from the set. I'm going to put that on there, and I want my branch. I'm going to do the leaf. This is hard deciding, because normally what I would do is just cut it out of all the colors, and then I would play with it. So, but in this situation, I really didn't want to do that. There's one more piece that I think I want to cut out of that though. And let's go ahead and pull these off. And take your pick tool. So this is how I do take these off now, because when I put them, when they stick to that mat, it was ripping up my nails. Where did I put that set? I have too much stuff on my table. Okay, there's this one little die in here that has, it's the tops to the flowers. And I want to do that in the Lost Lagoon. And like I said, I may change this totally. But that one is cut. And there's 3 little flowers there. Okay, now I need, okay, let's go ahead and start with our flowers. So this is, Paper Florist is a flowered building. And so you definitely want to have a Stampin' Pierce and a Pierce mat. You're going to find that it's just so much better. My mat has been used for multiple purposes. Oops, I don't want that one. And I'm going to use my take your pick tool, but I have the rounded end on it, for lack of another word. And I'm just going to press in the center here and kind of just work it in the center. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. And then I have, there's 2 of these, which are intended to be flowers, but I think they make great leaves, petals for it. So I'm going to use the larger one, and I'm going to do the same thing and just press in the middle there. And I'm hoping you guys can see this because I have no idea if it's working or not. My computer is still not showing it on Facebook, so I don't know if this video is working or not. It says live on my phone, so I'm going with that. I'm hoping you guys can see it. Okay, so then I'm just going to take and put a little bit of green glue in side of this one, just enough to hold, and then I'm going to put this one in it. This is not what this was intended for, but I love the way that it looks. It just gives me that outside of the flower. And then I'm just going to do this in there. Line this one up, and I want to line this one up so that it's opposite of the other one below it, so the petals are, it's filled in like that. Okay, now let's go back. So now I have this pretty little flower that I've created. And we have, oh, I need another one of these. Well, let's just go with one and see how it looks. I think that's sweet. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on here. I do want this to kind of be able to flop out from the card. Just like that. And then my sweet little flower. I want the other thing, the other stem, and I don't know what I did with that die. It's crazy. Oh, it's right here underneath my mat. I have used these. This is from the Cheerful Daisies, and that's a great one for putting underneath here as well. So let me cut this one, which we cut the little pieces for already. And I think this is going to be a monochromatic card. As soon as I find, see, I said I have too much on my table. Too much. Okay. Back down on the floor where I won't trip over it. I love this little flower here. This is just so pretty. It's just a little tiny flower. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of each of these. Don't need that much, just a tiny bit. Okay. And then I am going to get my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to attach these little pieces here. The problem with the Take Your Pick tool is he likes to keep what he has when you use it this way. So it's like it wants to stick there. So you may have to pry it off a little. Okay, there are my 3 little flowers. Aren't those sweet? I think they're so sweet. Okay. And we're going to put that on. I'm just going to put a little glue down here. And usually I put my flower on first in the front, and then I tuck these things behind it, because then I can see where I need to go. But we're doing everything backwards today. There's one more thing I am going to get. And that is this ribbon. It comes in a 3-pack, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's pink, yellow, and a blue, and it's just got that little gold silver shimmer in it, and it's so pretty. We're going to use a piece of that. And we're just going to cut off, and you don't need a very big piece, just a little, what? It's not even 3, it's about 3 inches. And I'm going to fold it in half. And for this, I'm going to use just my regular Stampin' Seal. Just going to attach, put a little bit on the inside here, fold it over. Then I'm going to flip it over, put some on here, and this is going to go right down under here. So we can go ahead and put that one on. Okay, now let's attach this. So I am going to use a glue dot for this. And because I have a tendency to pull my flower apart, I'm going to pick up my glue dot with my Take Your Pick tool and attach it there. And then attach it right in here. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? It came out really pretty. I like the pink with it. So I'm going to pull my flower stems up, just so that, and in the center of this, we're going to put, let's see, which one do I want? I think I'll stick with the pearl. And we're going to put the iridescent pearl. Yeah, that came out super pretty. Just like that. So that's how I made the flowers. And there is my card. Let's move all this stuff out of the way. There it is. Isn't that pretty? I think they're gorgeous. So this class has 5 cards. Here's another one. And here's one of them. And this is the last one. And then it will have a box. The box is not done yet. I'm still working on that. That's my project for today. But it will have a box that the cards can fit into. And I hung on to some of my flowers because when I cut, I had an extra one. And so that's going to go on the front, and I'm going to cover it with DSP. If you're interested in this class, be sure to email me. There are several ways you can purchase it. Is this the one? I have to stop and think. Yes, this is the one. You can purchase just the PDF, or you can, the PDF and the videos, you can purchase it with the dies included, or you can purchase it with extra product. So the product that I used is the Countryside Inn suite, some of the products from there. So, and that would include DSP, ribbon, and bling. So there are several different ways you can purchase it. You can find that information a little later. I will make sure that it's on my blog. There is another one on there right now. Oh, I know, Paper Pumpkin's on there right now. But I will put that information on my blog with a link so you can contact me. And I will also post it below this video, so you can contact me if you're interested in getting that class. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.